The year was 1980. There was a young, hotshot, 26-year-old phonograph collector at Union, Illinois, the summer of 1980. And he had a full head of hair. And he saw this horn on a Columbia AH. I don't recall what the guy was asking, but it was a lot of money. It was $1,600, $1,800. It was, which in 1980 was just a phenomenal machine. Tiny little clockwork motor in there. They come in several different colors. They look like little toys, and perhaps they were. The first discs that were available for them are noteworthy. It's not so much in what was recorded on them, but the fact that after you played them and wore them out, you could eat them. Chalk. Mark will tell you, I've been having lots of trouble with the ear tubes.
From the doctor would carry on.
Yeah, this is basically, as you can see, nothing much more than a cigar box. However, inside the lid is a label. This is a United States talking machine. There is no motor. You just turn the crank that screws to the top of the turntable. There's a stick. The stick has a needle stuck in the end of it. Yeah, well, yeah. A very small nail. At the other end of the stick, there's a wire that's wound around a 90-degree gutta-percha tube, very much like a listening tube. And there are rubber listening tubes attached to that. I expect some of you are familiar with the Echophone, another very early machine, first appearing in 1896. We're going to get around the Edison tapering mandrel patent with this thing. We're going to make it dumbbell shaped, and that way they can't accuse us of using a tapering mandrel. Well, that didn't work. What we have here is a glass tube. The tube rides on the cylinder, and again, the tube is set in motion. Sometimes I read about Echophones in books like Tinfoil the Stereo or others, whose authors are still living, so I won't mention them. And they say, yeah, it vibrates down to a bellows-like arrangement. This is not a bellows. There are no pneumatics involved. It's not a bellows. Whoever started this bellows thing, I'd like to bellow at them myself. There's a rubber tube, a white rubber tube sandwiched